Oh, it's a bit of a mess here at the end of my stairs. Close this door. I have been busy trying to figure out what to do with the railing here. I actually didn't film a lot of this earlier on until now. I have a little bit better plan of what it's going to look like. I ended up getting a piece of pine. This is select pine. And it actually matches the width of the newel post that I'm going to be putting up here. And I'm actually trying to figure out now how to get this piece of trim to come down to the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up putting a piece of this flat like this, and then putting a piece of that trim there, and then that way it all kind of comes together at the end at the bottom, and this will get pushed back into like that. And then it'll all get caulked and primed and painted, and then it'll be up here on the end. I'm gonna have a little finishing piece there at the end to get that all kind of sealed up. But I think that'll look pretty nice overall. That's kind of the plan. Then I'll put up the newel post here, and then I'll have it'll come up and it'll attach to the wall. I'll have a railing, then I'll have another small section of railing that goes here. And then up at the top, I'll have another section of railing here as well. But I ended up having to repair a couple of holes, actually 3 spots. They were in really bad shape. The builder smashed them into the drywall and it was really ugly, but I did a good job repairing it. It looks pretty nice. You won't be able to tell when I'm done. Stairs update. I got a lot of work to do on here. I got these upper and lower vent covers on now, so that looks better. I'm down here working on putting this knee wall cover in. It's looking pretty good. It's going to get painted, or it's going to get primed and painted here in a little bit. New piece of trim on there that needs caulking, and then I also finished this little trim piece down here. So let's get to it, I guess. Got my piece of trim that's going to go on right there. I'm going to set the camera up and let's get to it. Alright, here's the outside. Ends into this. I'll get it all filled in with putty and sanded later. So on the end, I'm going to put something up here. Wasn't quite sure how to end this piece, but I wanted to, it's a little unconventional because normally this tread piece comes out over the top, but I didn't want it to do that way. I wanted to line up nice. I wanted to line it perfectly with this end, and then also this piece of wood is the exact same width as the newel post, so I thought it would look better doing it this way. Plus it also looks the same. If you look at it over the top, you can actually see that it looks like it has about the same amount of reveal on this side as it does on this side. Anyway, I think it looks pretty good, but that requires me to do something on the end because that just looks funny. Yeah. So we'll get something like this on this side, and then a piece of trim that'll go up over the top, I think, like that. Anyway, I think it'll look pretty nice. We'll see how it goes. I got the trim all done. I need to fill it in with some wood filler now, and then let that dry, sand it, and then go back and caulk, and it'll be ready to paint. It looks like it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with it. I'll show you what it looks like now. So this is, that piece is, that one was really tricky. It took forever to get that one done. But the trim goes around and then down the side. It meets up down there. This will all get caulked up and painted and wood filled and all that other good stuff. Alright, so now I got my first coat of caulking on here. Everything's nice and sealed up. All the way up and down, both sides. Everything's caulked in. Alright, so now I'm going to wipe this down and I'm going to put a coat of primer on it and let that dry, and I'll be ready to get all of the rest of the trim painted up and paint these walls. I got the ceiling painted now. It's still a little bit wet, you can see, but this has now been painted ceiling white, just like this. And the only thing left to do in here is to paint these walls, paint this trim, and then put my railing up, and then this part will be done. Alright, that's the primer put on now. Gonna let that dry. Looks pretty good. I'd say that turned out well myself. So I just wanted to show everybody how I got this set up. So this is the last bit. This is all finished and primed. Just waiting for the newel post to go on and then the stair railing. But I got the rest of the hallway painted. Ceilings painted, hallways painted. Everything looks good. All the way up to this whole wall. I fixed those holes where the railing was. Of course it's not focusing now. I fixed those holes where the railing was at previously. Now I just need to pick a new handrail, get it either painted or stained depending upon which way my wife wants to do it, and we'll be all done with that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.